This has not been a good day for cryptocurrency. A pretty large drop all across the board. Bitcoin going down, Dogecoin, Ethereum, all of them dropping anywhere from 2 to 10% in the top 7 there. And this comes as we are seeing some very negative stories when it comes to Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin potentially being banned at different governments around the world. There is some light at the end of the tunnel, potentially brighter than we've ever seen with any light tunnels before. Light tunnels, of course, something that you do want to see when it comes to cryptocurrency, something I just completely made up there. Light tunnels. Do they exist? Not really, but for the sake of this show, I guess we'll say they exist. All I mean by that is just something good after waiting and going through a period of bad. But look at this though, the government must have the power to reverse crypto transactions, says chair of blockchain caucus. Right here, they're showing right there a level of misunderstanding when it comes to cryptocurrency. You can't really have successful crypto if the government can just go back and change all of the transactions like that. It wouldn't really work. There's no system in place that could do that. Then this, China is leaving no stone unturned when it comes to cryptocurrency ban, going everywhere with every single company they can find involved with crypto, shutting them down if they need to in order to stop crypto going against the miners. Every single faction of crypto, they're going hard and very, very, very strong against it. Then this one, Russia to introduce cryptocurrency new laws that allow the government to confiscate cryptocurrency. So it's just over and over and over again. Big countries across the globe, China, Russia, even the United States is playing a role in this. What we know about China's cryptocurrency crackdown, another article. Then this one, Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary talks about crypto bans, buying the dips. You'll notice the media is really kind of swarming around this word ban. Over and over and over again, throughout all of these top articles, what do you see again and again and again? Ban here, ban there. They're talking about it like crazy. And they don't talk about the good stories like this. They talk about the bad stories way more. UK regulator cracks down on Binance, the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange. If you've been paying any attention to the media lately in regards to cryptocurrency, you have been seeing all this stuff. Welcome everyone coming into the live as well. Right now we have 2,847 people watching. And how many likes do we have? 100 likes. This is not the type of show where I'm going to be talking about that really, because it's more of a negative type of energy. But right now we're also seeing more articles coming out like this one, for example. Senator Warren warns of cryptocurrency risks, presses on SEC oversight. And you start to go down the list more and more with all these countries, all of them looking at hurting cryptocurrency in one way or another when it comes to the laws that are in place. It can be worrisome. And right now, crypto already has all of this priced into it to a large degree. They are not under any circumstances going to be you're not going to see a bull run when all of this is happening. It has to be afterwards. And so that's where the light at the end of the tunnel is. Because after we do hopefully see the government not banning cryptocurrency, after these regulations do come through, and I predict they're not going to be nearly as bad as we are expecting them to be. After that happens, then we are going to be capable of seeing that massive Dogecoin, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency run start and be even hopefully bigger than any of the ones we've seen before. But it does require some of these narratives to actually change. If the narrative is bad, no one wants to be buying crypto at that point. Dogecoin has dipped below 20 cents for some periods today, and then it normally storms back up afterwards simply because that is a very psychological price point at 20 cents and going underneath there 15 cents. Once again, is that really hard floor that we've seen for Dogecoin over and over again in the past. So if that breaks, that's when I would definitely be concerned. I don't think it will though. Dogecoin really does have so much potential, and we all have to be definitely keeping that in mind. GG Doge as well. Good game Doge. Oh, okay. I thought I misread that for a second. That's definitely something that I fully disagree with. The idea that Dogecoin, under any circumstances, is over or gone is an idea that's happened multiple times before, even while I've been covering it. And every single time it happens, we get the same type of comments. It's done, it's over. This one does feel a little bit worse simply because of the magnitude of the drop combined with all of the negative stories that are coming out. This is what the bottom of a bear market feels like. I tweeted that out earlier today. The bottom of bear market is one of the worst feelings you can possibly have in all of cryptocurrency, but the positive side of that is you can't go much lower than the bottom of a bear market unless there's something absolutely catastrophic, which is extremely unlikely to happen. So we can have some solace in that. We can have some confidence stemming from that. But the more these governments drag this out and talk about it, some of them I think know what they're doing. China especially, when it comes to all of their articles and all of the press releases that they did about this ahead of time to try to kind of hamper it and then make it easier to ban. The US, some of the politicians here who don't like crypto are doing something similar, where they're dragging it out, continuing to make comments about it that are negative, when they're probably not actually going to even put those laws in place, just trying to maybe scare people away from crypto because they don't like it. Not a very good thing to do at all. Also, Miles says, roast Mrs. Warren. Yeah, Mrs. Warren, any politician who's going to come out and try to go against cryptocurrency definitely needs to be educated on what it actually does for people, on why it's helpful, on why it's better than the current systems when it comes to being significantly better in terms of the amount of energy that's being used from that. Every single aspect of it is better, and yet still some politicians are trying to go against it. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? Not so much. We're up to 3,000 viewers. What's the current like ratio? 500 likes, 3,100 viewers. And it's 9:33 on a Thursday, so we're definitely having a live show right here where a bunch of us are coming together. Definitely a really bad story type of live show, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be some key pieces of information here, because of course there will be, and some of those will be positive. Like this one, for example. Square is building a hardware crypto wallet service with the goal of making Bitcoin more mainstream. And you'll notice, this is probably one of the biggest positive stories that we've seen in a while, and yet how many major publications covered it? How many articles? Did Forbes talk about it? Did we see it on Yahoo Finance? No. We saw one article on it on Markets Insider, and that's it. Square is literally right now basically doing what Apple did for the phone. Apple said, you know what? We're going to come in and make the phone significantly better than it was before. Throw a computer in there. Why the heck not? Steve Jobs making magic happen with the iPhone. Now Square is doing something similar when it comes to hardware crypto wallets. Right now, you probably have your crypto on an exchange. Maybe you don't, but most of us keep most of our crypto on exchanges, even though there's a lot of advantages to keeping it on a hardware wallet. It's way easier to keep it secure in that case, and it can also be used for private transactions more easily, which is an advantage that some people would actually like to have. A lot of us, I think, could at some point in time benefit from something along those lines. I'm not saying do anything bad, but you get what I'm saying here. The service is going to make Bitcoin more mainstream. Basically, all this is, they are right now working on devices which are going to make it significantly easier to buy crypto on these devices. You can probably most likely go into the internet through them, and that's some of the things that they're working on, is integration with the internet directly on it, so you don't have to go through a third party, being able to buy it there, store it there. All of these things can definitely change the game for crypto wallets, and I'm excited about that. I am holding whatever and stay positive. Doge to the moon. And I will say as well, and you said my entire mining operation will be solar within 60 days. Stay tuned. I will say as well, I'm holding 100% of my Dogecoin right now. I've not sold a single Doge. I do not plan to sell my Dogecoin. I may at some point decide to sell some other cryptos. I have not sold any of the other cryptos yet. I don't currently have the intention to, but I'll just let you know ahead of time. I may sell some other ones. I do not plan to sell Dogecoin, because selling Dogecoin just doesn't feel right considering how much potential it still has moving forward. But you can see, so this is my current position right now. So I have 267,000. This is my Robinhood position. And like I said, I do have other wallets containing more Doge, but this is the one I've been public about so far. At some point, I'll make a video with all of them if people want to watch that, which I think some people will be interested. But 57% of my portfolio on Robinhood is in Dogecoin. It's currently worth $53,000. It was up above 200,000 at the peak there, somewhere along those lines. Maybe it was a little less than that. My entire portfolio on Robinhood was up above 200,000. So it has fallen significantly from there, and we knew it was likely going to do that, but I didn't really feel right selling Dogecoin, even though we knew it was likely going to fall after the SNL episode, and we talked about the possibility of that. I didn't really feel right selling because this is such a big part of our community, and also because we know if you hold for a matter of years, you're almost certainly going to see it come back anyway, so you can try to sell and time the dips, or you can just hold on and be strong with it. I was selling other cryptos though and buying in, which is something that I would recommend everyone do when it comes to other cryptos, except for the one you believe in most. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be Dogecoin, but for me it is. Whatever the one you believe in most is, you probably don't want to be trying to trade that. You want to be supporting it, because if enough people sell, it will not reach those heights that people want to see. At least some people have to be holding in order for those big gains in the future to happen. Bank of America as well, establishing a crypto research team. And you can see right there, look at that. They got a nice picture of the people on the bikes, which is completely unrelated. It's a stock image, but Bank of America establishing a crypto research team. They currently have a market cap of around 130 billion. 300 billion. So that's another big bank that is looking into getting into cryptocurrency. The ones that do it when it comes to banks are going to have a major advantage over the other banks. More customers will go there. You're missing out if you're a bank and you're not doing anything along those lines. Then this one as well, a cryptocurrency firm called Circle, is now going public via SPAC. So another big public company you can now purchase a stock in that is directly related to Dogecoin, Tesla self-driving, is going to begin on July 10th. Perhaps we could see something along with Dogecoin there. Probably not, but that's definitely something I would love to see. This right here is Bank of America stock, $332 billion, the current market cap there. So if we are seeing a huge portion of the banking systems actually switching over to cryptocurrency and yet still not having control over it, that's going to be a big advantage there. And Goldman Sachs is the other one that has a very positive thing coming out. They're saying Ethereum could take over Bitcoin. And the reason why I like this article here is because that is basically showing that they don't just see cryptocurrency as a store of value. Goldman Sachs is the one that I got confused for a second there with the 100 billion market cap. They're the one that has approximately 100 billion market cap. And Goldman Sachs is basically saying with this right here, with this statement, that they're going to now be looking at Ethereum and actual currencies that can be used for transactions over the Bitcoins and things like that, which are simply store of value type things at this current point in time. With the updates, maybe there will be some degree of change to that. But I think that is really the underlying narrative that should be circulating around right now, and yet it's not, because the media would rather cover the negative stuff, and I guess it makes sense if they're going to get more clicks from it. But liquidating his property portfolio, Elon Musk says he now lives in a $50,000 tiny house. More and more articles coming out about this, and it's just weird to see Elon Musk definitely living by what he is saying there. And Jeff Bezos, on the other hand, look at this. Space billions, please read the room. Talking about space billionaires, and Richard Branson as well as Jeff Bezos, they're battling to try to get into space. You may or may not have heard about it, but some people are hating on that. And for the first time in the history of the Final Stand show, we're actually going to defend Jeff Bezos here. There's nothing wrong with going to space. It doesn't take up too much resources to do that. It's actually extremely exciting to think about human beings who are not astronauts being able to go up in space and have fun. This is the first pedestrian flight that we've ever seen into space. So it's extremely exciting. The people trying to rain on that parade, it's silly. I mean, they're always trying to sit up on a high chair saying, well, you can't have fun if it goes against this or goes against that. Well, yes, people can have fun. Stop doing that. There's no reason to be going against stuff like that. Let me read a couple of these chats here as well. This chat says, hello, Matt, quick question. Someone with your name and picture on Twitter told me to invest in stock trade FXT. I don't think it's you. Correct. It is not me. The chances of that being me are extremely small. I do not really do things like that. I will never tell you to invest in something. I will never try to take your money. All of those are scammers. There's an arbitrage group that does a ad on some of our videos. That's also a scammer. The people in the comments, they're scammers. So be careful about all of that. There was even one. Someone sent me a message today saying that someone was playing a video of one of my YouTube videos and talking on it as a scammer, trying to get someone's money. Which is just ridiculous. I mean, people are going to recognize this is not my voice, so that's kind of silly. But I guess scammers are just going to any links now to try to take people's money. Really ridiculous. Baby B&B saves kids' lives and builds schools. Baby B&B. Stop it. Stop it. Get out of here with that. No. Baby B&B to the absolute sewer. Baby B&B community, I would like for you to all sell your Baby B&B right now and move to something that is not Baby B&B. That is the worst idea I've ever heard for a cryptocurrency in my entire life. And the reason why I'm going so hard on this is simply because I'm having fun with it. I don't really care that much. Do whatever the heck you want. But no, I will not be investing in Baby B&B. What a ridiculous idea. I'm sorry, man. Thank you for the chat, though. I don't like it. I don't like it. Thank you for the stock of the month. I mean, not only are you copying B&B, you're copying the babies of other things too. That's like layers and layers and layers of copying there. What the heck are you doing? There's no reason at all that Baby B&B should be successful. If it is, I'll be shocked. Best of luck to you. Thank you for the stock of the month, Tiger King. Huge profits. Thinking of holding longer. Your opinion, buying Doge when I sell T-King. So you plan to sell T-King at some point and buy Doge with it. Ideally, you'd probably hold some of your T-King as well, because I do think it has a lot of potential moving forward. But yes, a lot of people are going to be selling some T-King and buy Dogecoin once it gets to some really, really, really high points in the future. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Personally, I'm going to hold mine for a long time. I do see a lot more potential with it. Right now, the market cap is under $30 million. You compare that to Baby Dogecoin right now, which has gone all the way up over $1 billion, and you start to realize how Tiger King really can have way more room to grow up. This one says, what do you think of the coin EWOC Eyes Wall? I've never heard of that coin. You know what? Maybe I'll take a look at it simply because it has such a weird name that maybe it has to actually be good, because if it's not good and it has that name, it probably won't be successful. Welcome back. How are you doing? Oh yeah, so I actually had my back was out of place a little bit. I had to go to the chiropractor yesterday, which is why I didn't do a live stream. Luckily, though, I'm back to normal. Hopefully, it won't bother me too much again, and we can go back to doing some good lives with some good information here. But yeah, that's the live for today. We covered some good stuff. Oh, there's one more chat here. It says, "Bro, people are reading." Oh no, I don't think people never read the title and then do any decision based on the title. Always actually wait for the information before making any decision like that. Definitely the smarter thing to do. Someone said baby Doge I can understand. Baby BNB. What the heck? Yeah, it's just, I mean, at some point people are going to say, all right, I'm going to make baby BNB safe, extra Doge, light, 0.269 Elon coin, Mars, FXA, 0.7, and it's going to go to like $1 billion. At some point someone's going to do that, right? Terrible idea, and yet maybe it'll be successful. Who knows? But anyway, I'm Matt Wass. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.